What's up, guys? It's your boy, the Collector 251 on CollX, Ambassador for CollX. And you just sold your first card. How exciting. A lot of times people get so overwhelmed on this process, on this part of the CollX or the shipping process, whether you sold it on eBay, whether you sold it here, whether you sold it anywhere. You just jumped on, you made your first sale. Super duper exciting. Welcome to CollX 2024. And I'm going to be your coach on how to ship in plain white envelope. So we're going to get started, man. Like, this is super cool, man. You sold your first car, so let's get it in the mail. Let's get that joker in the mail. Maybe I bought it from you. So I'm going to actually show you some old school stuff, the way I used to do stuff, and it's still going to work for you. You know, I actually now have a thermal printer, which I've upgraded. I have Dymo label makers. I have all the whole nine. And maybe you'll get there one day. But right now, we are on a budget. We balling on a budget, baby. So we're trying to get this card in the mail. So let's do this and do it right. That way you don't actually have, you know, your buyer pay extra shipping on a card that's worth $1. And I'll explain. So what you're going to need for this process, shipping in plain white envelope, CollX, if you have not already done that prior to the sale or whatever, and you're a shipping genius, you got a scale, you got the whole 9 yards, you got all the equipment that you need to make this thing happen, and you've done it before. So if you're watching this, you've shipped cards before and you charge an astronomical amount to ship cards. Good for you. Good for you. But I am not a big fan of getting charged $5 and $10 unless I spend a buttload of money on a card. I don't want to spend $10 in shipping on a card that's only worth $3. Does that make sense? That's actually ruined the hobby. There's not a lot of people in my hometown to trade with, so here we are. I bought from you. You have probably lived somewhere across the U.S. and you have a card that I desperately want in my collection, and I'm not willing to pay $100 for it. Although there are people on the app that ask for an astronomical amount because they don't do research, and that's a whole nother video. But whatever people are asking for their cards, that's their collection, that's their business. It's not me to sit there and drive by and say you're a nut job or you're out of your mind, you found your uncle's collection and now you think you're going to be a millionaire. It ain't going to happen. It ain't gonna happen, people. But you're here and you say, Ken, just get to it, man. I'm gonna get to it. So what you're going to need is you're going to need your card in a top loader and a penny sleeve, and it's going to look something like this. Tag team back again. Just kidding. It's going to look like that. A lot of people say, hey, Ken, what type of envelope am I supposed to send this in? Well, if you bought it on a budget, like I used to be, then you want to go your rear end down to Walmart, Wally World, and pick you up some of these peel and stick number 10s. Pen gear, hey, a couple bucks, man. You can't afford a couple dollars. And right here, say you're going to sell 40 cards for $2. You better get to selling. You got to sell 40 of them jokers you're using. But this is the cheapest alternative you can get right here. Number 10s. And I'm going to show you how to do the number 10s. And if I just bought a card from you and you balling on a budget, do not send my card in a bubble mailer because you'll be bald-headed in heaven. I am not paying an additional $5 in shipping because you cannot follow simple instructions. Instructions. This is important. Write it down. All right. Now we got that understanding out the way. I bought from some of you new folks on here, and y'all decide, hey, I just want to send you stuff in a bubble mailer. I paid 75 cents to buy a $1 card from you, and when it gets to my house, I had to pay an additional $5. So now I paid $7 for a card that only cost 60 cents online. It makes no sense. It makes me so mad. It makes me mad in the hip hole to hernia. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to teach you folks right here. Pay attention. Take your butt to Wally World and get them number 10 peel and sticks, pen gears, right there. Balling on the budget. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to take one puppies out right now. So now you got your envelope. You got your card and your penny sleeve right there that you sold. You didn't sell this card, and I ain't really sold. I'm just, for the purpose of the video, this is what we do. All right. So pretend that's the card you're shipping out. Stay with me now. Don't lose me. Don't lose me. So now, you got your card, your envelope. You're going to print your label out. If you ain't got no printer, you're going to take your rear end to the library. or you're going to take it to your mama's house or to your neighbor's house, or, you know, print it off at work. Just don't get caught doing it. I'm just kidding. But yeah, print it off at work, and you can send it to your work email and then delete it immediately. I was balling on the budget too. I ain't got no printer. Time you buy a printer, man, and you buy $100 printer and you go to buy ink for it, it's $40. So just take your rear end to somebody's house that's got ink. Print that out. It's going to look like that. What you're going to do, you're going to take you a cheap old pair of scissors. I'm telling you, it ain't that hard. You're going to take a cheap old pair of scissors, and you're going to cut it out. All right? I'm cutting it out. See me cutting it out right here? Look, I'm actually doing it for y'all. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut it out to actually where it fits over our envelope. That's right. I'm teaching y'all how to do something. Poor man's way. See that? Look at that. All right. See, now what you're going to need, you're going to need some of that packing tape. Get it from the Dollar Tree, dollar store. Don't give me no Christmas wrapping tape now, because I'll be mad. I'll be mad as all get out. Take your rear end to Walmart. Take your rear end to Dollar Tree, wherever you're going to go, but get you a roll of this Easy Start packing tape. If you got packing tape, cool. It comes in all kind of different clear, like Larry Bird clear. See that? That man ain't got no color. He clear. He clear. Clear tape like that. And you're going to need some masking tape. And you're going to need another sheet of paper. A blank sheet of paper. Not hard. All right. So now, we're going to put all this puzzle together. That's right. Now what we're going to do with this piece of paper is we're going to do this right here. All right. You're going to take your piece of paper. What you're going to do is you're going to put your card flat on down on that right there. Y'all see it? See it right there? We're going to take us some masking tape. And what we're going to do is we're going to put us a little piece of masking tape on it right there. See that? See that right there? We're going to put us another piece on it. We're going to put us another piece on it right here. Put us another piece on it right here. What this is doing is it's going to keep his rear end from sliding around in the mailbox. You feel me? We're doing the poor man shipping. If you follow these instructions, these redneck instructions I'm giving you, you should be all right. All right, we're going to do that. All right, and then we're going to put one more piece on the other side. Yeah, it's a bunch of tape, but you know what? It's got to sell. So now, what you can do is you're going to actually take a pen. You see that pen right there? You see your envelope right there on the side? And I want to mark kind of where I'm going to need to cut this thing. So I'm making two marks. Make a mark there, and make a mark there. That's how wide my envelope's going to be, and that's how wide my piece of paper has to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my sports card very gently, and I'm just going to make me, on the inside of that mark, I'm going to cut this puppy all the way down straight. All right? Straight as you can, anyway. I'm crooked as a $3 bill. But anyway, so what I'm doing now, and it's okay if you cut a little of that tape off. That's fine. It is definitely fine. All right, so now we're going to have something that looks like that. Right there. So what you can do now is you're going to fold that right there. You fold it like that. And you're going to put another piece of tape on it. I know it's a lot of tape in it. Anyway, we borrowing on the budget. Y'all remember that. All right, and then we can fold it over like that right there. All right, fold it over just like that. And that keeps the card from further sliding. And it's going to fit in our envelope. All right, so now we got another piece of tape on it. What we're going to do is we're going to take our envelope. We're going to open that bad boy up. You see, we're going to put that whole apparatus that we just did into that friggin' envelope. And we're gonna pull that little tag off of it. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna seal that joker down like that. Now, you see that right there? That's kind of what it looks like inside. Wow. All right. So now we're gonna take our label. We're gonna take our label if y'all can't see that. We're gonna take that clear tape, that Larry Bird tape we were talking about. You know what I'm talking about? And we're gonna put a single friggin' strip on it. Yeah, you don't want to double it. It's got to be thin enough to go through the sorter, like I said. But we want to take that handmade, homemade, work printed out label that you stole on company time or wherever you got it printed, and we want to just clear tape over that right there. We want to just clear tape over it. And we want to cover the entire front and the back with a single strand all the way across. All the way a friggin' cross. Because if it rains and it messes my label up, I'll be mad as hell. Alright, so now we're going to, what this tape is doing also is it's thickening it up the front a little bit to where it doesn't snag in the postal sorter. So now that we've gotten some clear tape on the front, we're going to put some clear tapage on the back. That's right, on the back. Well, and we want to just stiffen it up a little bit. And we're gonna hope and pray that your post office worker isn't ticked off. Alright, so now we're gonna strip it on the back like that right there. And what this does is it keeps nosy people from actually looking inside. Alright, this is kind of the way I do it. You can do it whatever way you want to, but I'm telling you, if it comes any other way than this right here, if you don't have anything else. But this is kind of our final product, and this is what's going to happen. You're just going to drop that thing in the mail. All right, and what's going to happen when they scan, I'm going to lean my stuff up back here. When they scan this puppy at the post office, okay, what they're going to do when they scan this barcode up here, it's going to update your app in the tracking. That's not really that hard, was it? That's not really all that hard, you know. And what happens is when it goes to that sort machine, it's going to scan this. It's going to scan that right there. Now, you can go above and beyond. You can put a little thin piece of cardboard in here. If you don't have a whole lot of that, just make sure the top loader's there and that piece of paper to where it's not, you can't hear it, you know. It's not going to get beat all up, okay? But I would be perfectly fine with that, you know, as long as I didn't pay $10 or $15 for it, you know. But that's how you're going to ship that. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your rear end on your way to work or on your way off of work. Or stick it in your friggin' mailbox. You go out there and you actually, on the app, you're going to actually go in there and mark as shipped. Mark as shipped. And then take your rear end to the post office and drop it off. Put it in one of the blue boxes. Put it in your mailbox. Put the flag up. The flag up with no flagpole. You just put it in your mailbox. You stick that little red flag up. Yeah, that's what that little red flag on your mailbox for outgoing mail. Because right here on this piece of paper you printed out from work that you didn't pay for that paper, or your mama printed it for you because you're too poor to buy a printer. I've been there. Tell you right now, I have been there. I've been in the game since 1991, and I have bought, sold, traded, and I'm telling you what, hey, Uncle Joe, hey, print me that label. He'll do it. I'll give him a couple dollars for ink every so often. But this is before I had to get my thermal printer. You know, I got 2 printers now, so when I sell something, you know, on eBay or whatever, I got one of them fancy peel and stick labels that they stick on there. I don't got to use that tape no more. I ain't got to use the number 10s. You know what I mean? So I'm here to help you guys out. I know I'm talking a little redneck. Normally, you know, I will help you any way I can, but that is the poor man's way of sending that. Now, as you notice, it'll say 1 ounce letter right there. That's how they treat it. If you ship my cards any other way but this, it's going to charge me. Unless I spend 10 or 15, 20 bucks from you, yeah, it's going to automatically upgrade the amount of shipping. Make sure that you choose CollX as your shipping preference and you ship it exactly like this, because if you don't, it's going to charge me extra. And I'm going to tell the post lady, I'm saying, I don't even know who in the hell sending me that. I can tell you right now, I have no earthly idea on who this person is, and they will return it to you, and I will get my money back because you can't follow instructions. Because it ain't that hard. It ain't that hard. That's so important. Look at that. I'll answer them later. But that's how you ship using CollX standard envelope. And, you know, as time goes on, as you become a little bit more rich and you can afford things, I actually, you know, have some other tutorial videos on how to use thermal printers, and that'll be coming soon. But right now, you as broke as a joke. You just sold your first card and you're wondering how in the hell you're going to do it. It's pretty simple. As long as you follow this tutorial on how to do it, bruh, you're going to get it to them. And when it gets to them, or when it gets to me, I'm going to say, oh, man, look at that. They sent it. They didn't lie to me and they didn't steal my money. Look at that. Ain't that something? What happens is I'm going to go on my app and say, oh, this card's awesome. I'm going to add it to my collection. And I'm going to do my little dance like that. All right. When I get done doing my little dance like that, I'm going to add it to my collection. What happens is I'm going to mark it as received in my app. And when I mark it as received, it's going to release the funds into your available account. And you're going to be able to save that up for a loaf of bread, or buy another card from somebody else, or sell some more until you have enough to where they don't, you know, when I sell, I just buy something else. For real. Like, that's what I do. Now, you guys do what you want. I sell, and I'm saving up money to get cards graded. And I'm also, you know, willing to buy stuff from new users as long as it's a player that I personally collect. And you don't want an astronomical, you know, amount for it. You look it up, say, oh, it's Michael Jordan card. I want $250 for it. The card's worth $4, man. And I'm going to tell you, like, you want to buy some of my cards? Yeah, but not for that. Be reasonable. Be on the up and up. Be a great seller. You know, I'm trying to help build this community, and just be a realist. You know, a lot of times people find cards and they're like, oh, I'm going to be rich. And they want to ask these crazy prices. They've been sitting in your shoebox for like 10 years, and your mom finally said, hey, what do you want to do with this? I'm going to sell it for $100 a piece. Lies. Deception. Deceit. Not going to happen. Do your research. And there's some other videos in here on how I actually research cards on eBay to try to, you know, list them to where people can afford them. You know, yeah, they may have been your personal collection. They may have belonged to a relative that passed, or a boyfriend that left you all of his crap, and now you're trying to figure out, you know, I'm going to sell this crap and get back at it, whatever the case may be. Welcome to CollX. If you have any questions, comments, war stories, complaints, good recipes, I'm your guy. I'm going to shoot you straight. If I think you're retarded, I'm going to say that's retarded. Don't take it personally. That's just how I am. I'm going to call it how I see it. So that is, in a nutshell, how you want to successfully mail off your balling on a budget CollX envelope for your first time. You know, I won't be that mad. You know, if it's to me, I won't even be that mad. Now, other collectors will be like, I want you to use a team bag. I don't want you to use this. I want you to use that. If you have all that clear tape, that blue tape, red tape, yellow tape, them envelopes, and that stolen printer paper from work, and a pair of Dollar General scissors, they ain't got to be from Dollar General. I'm just saying, I'm trying not to fall on these because I'm kind of accident prone. But you're gonna be fine, absolutely fine. You know, just follow that to a T. That is the poor man's way of shipping with CollX standard envelope for 75 cents an ounce. And I'm your boy, the Collector 251. Until next time, baby, signing out. Peace.